Hello everyone, happy Wednesday evening. 81 degrees. And of course I'm running late. That's me. Oh, I was doing my roots today. Okay, you all, no need to be alarmed. If you all caught me screaming, good night, good evening, because it was my son and his fiance. I was over here talking to the phone, and then all of a sudden I hear a tap, tap, tap. And of course, I get startled. It's a sign of menopause. You know, when they scare you all of a sudden, you get scared, you get jumpy. So of course, and I'm looking at them and I'm still screaming, ah! And then I started laughing. No, they said they saw the cat around here. A black and white cat. You all, it's a beautiful night. It's gorgeous. It's so windy. I recorded the moon. It's nice and bright. You know what? Let me show you all really quick. Look at that. It's nice and bright. I recorded it, but I'm going to have to like shrink it because the other cars came out. I couldn't hold the phone very well. I had my little wallet, my little wallet that matches my little purse that I'm still paying on. Now the wallet's paid for, so don't worry about it. Because that one, my husband paid for it for Valentine's. Because he's like, I don't know what to get you for Valentine's. And I'm like, huh. That's what I told him. Yeah, about that. You kind of got me a purse already. And he's like, I did? And I was like, yeah. And I showed him my purse. And then, I said, but you can give me the matching wallet. And I did tell him that I'm making payments on the purse, right? And he's just like, oh, babe, why do you do that? You know? He goes, but it's only $20. You know, that's fine. And anyhow, I said, look, well, they have the matching wallet and it's on sale for Valentine's Day. I kid you not, you all. The matching wallet was $40. I was going to say $20. It's $40. And it's really cute. It's really cute. It says the logo on there. And don't look at my ugly fingers. And then it's got all these little compartments for your cards. And then this compartment on this side right here, which I really can't show very well. Right here, it's for your phone. So if you ever want to go somewhere and you don't want to carry the purse, you can just carry this around. It's like a, I forget what you call those wallets. But anyway, I love it. It matches the purse, $40. You can't beat it. Now I know a lot of people would be like, "Oh, you shouldn't buy Michael Kors because they something with a sheep." That is not very accurate. I looked it up because when I ordered the purse, I was like, "What? I'm not gonna want this purse after all, right?" But then I looked into it, and the bag that I got is not made by sheep or anything like that. I do not like that. I saw an ad or something on Instagram where they were showing these poor little sheep being dragged, and they were taking off all their wool, and they probably murdered them as well, and all for H&M. And I was like, no, I'm signing that petition, and I'm telling them off too at the same time. Oh wow, there's a line for, oh, you know why there's a line, you all? Pay attention, Moon Young will see the car in front. Because right now, Subway has a BOGO, buy one, get one free. Just like I thought yesterday. Apparently, everybody else got the email yesterday, and I just got mine today. And I told my son, hey, no wonder y'all had a lot of people. It's a buy one, get one free. And I said, do you want that for lunch before you go in? And he's like, not really. And he goes, I get a free sandwich today anyway because I work more than 8 hours. And I was like, oh, okay, well, I guess we can leave it for some other day. I will go ahead and get what I was going to get before, which is Shaloski's. I don't know what it is. He has like an addiction to the sandwiches there. So I got him a sandwich from there. It was $2 off. That's the only reward special they have this month. And then I got me a BOGO pizza. I got one pizza for me and one for my other son. And I dropped it off as soon as I got home. I said, look, free pizza, you know. A little personal pizza, but, you know, they actually liked it. So I said, oh, that's good. I said, well, on Wednesdays they have the BOGO. And they're only $10 for that little pizza. And then you get one free. So it's kind of like you're buying a large pizza, but you're getting 2 little ones, you know. And it's not very little at all. When I mean like little, I mean like that big around. And it's got several slices. And you can even make the slices smaller, which is what I did because I don't like huge slices of pizza. I like them to be like a certain size. You know what I mean? Like I don't like huge slices unless it's a flat bread. Then okay, it's all right. But thin and crispy. I mean, that's what I was trying to say. Like from Pizza Hut. I haven't had Pizza Hut in a long time. It's not the same for me anymore. It doesn't taste the same for me. Now I get either Domino's or I'll get Schlotzsky's. But I wanted to talk about some stuff today. I know I said a lot earlier. My nose is running a bit because it is windy out. And I get allergies, and also I'll start getting like I had a coughing fit in the shower. But I think that is because I have this thing where I breathe with my mouth open, and I know some people are like, oh, that's nasty. See, here's the thing. Let me explain. I busted my nose when I was younger. I don't even know how. I just know that as I grew older, yeah, it wasn't right. It is not noticeable though. There's no hump on my nose or anything. It's just on top where my glasses sit, it's a little off inwardly, you know, and then it feels really flat. And yeah, somebody told me like, what'd you do to your nose? How come it's broken? Like you can't tell at first glance, but you can't tell if you feel it, if that makes any sense. And anyway, so pretty much the rest of my life I have struggled with breathing through my nose. And so and I think I figured out what my problem is too. I'll get to that in a second. Well, one of my problems, you know, because I'm full of them. But I think that is why I breathe with my mouth open, because I can't get all of the air with my nose, just like right now. So when I talk, I'm constantly like pausing sometimes. That's a sign that I can't breathe through my nose at the moment. And so I try to talk as much as I could. And like right now, I can feel that I'm not breathing through my nose. It feels like I'm holding my breath. And I think that's also a sign where I solved it, I think. Allegedly, right? That's my new word now, allegedly. I think it's a sign of my anxiety. I've been getting a lot of those lately. And it's got a lot to do with stress, like what I dealt with earlier today, and just other things that come into my mind that I'm worried about. And I think I start to kind of like hold my breath in a way and not realize it until I can't breathe. But it's just kind of funny too, because I see myself in the Ring camera going in and out, and I'm like, there's Moon with her mouth open, like, what is my deal? Like, close your mouth, Moon. You know, like, one of these days something's gonna try to go in there without you noticing, you know. I will work on it. But that's not even what I want to talk about today. I wanted to briefly touch on something else, and now I'm like, should I even bring it up? Is it worth it? Well, in short, what I wanted to say is that I was thinking about this earlier, is some women should some women be in power? Now, I know it's all about equality for women, you know, to be in the same positions as men are. But honestly, I think that's what threw everything off. I think it made matters worse. And just hear me out, because there's some of you women that don't like men, and I'm not saying that I don't like women. What I don't like are the power trips. And I know it happens with men as well. I understand that. I don't know, though, when a man is on his power trip, if he takes it out on all the men and women, or just the men, though. Whereas women, I've noticed that they just take it out on other women that they don't like. And I'm all for somebody getting a higher position, getting your degree in anything that a man can do. I am all for that. Some of you use that responsibly, and that's what I was going to say next, is that with a higher position, higher pay, it comes with responsibility. You can't lose touch with reality. You can't become this insensitive a-hole just because of your position, where you think everybody should kneel before you. And most of my life, I've had experiences like that with women. Everything, when you work with a man as your boss, everything kind of goes smoothly. You know, there's no drama, there's no gossip, there's no wondering how much the other person is making, or comparing how much are you making, boss, compared to me as your employee. You know, there's none of that, what is that, catty disposition going on. However, with women, I notice that they can start a certain way, say as a secretary, but once they get promoted to become manager, that right there alone, that title alone is enough for them to crown themselves queens. And they start acting in such a way. And if you're another female that they don't like, they will make your life hell. And I experienced that throughout my life with the jobs that I've had. I've worked just about everywhere. And that's one of the things my neighbor says to me. She's like, wow, you've been doing like every job. And I'm like, yeah, I'm a jack of all trades. And the reason for that has been because of other women. Now, I could turn around and say, well, they're the misogynist because look at the way they acted towards me, you know, trying to bully me, belittle me, you know. But I don't even think that's what it is. I think it's just all about them. They become narcissistic, and they realize, oh, I have control now, and I can pretty much say what stays and what goes now. And I hope I'm explaining correctly, because you're like, well, Moon, that's what a manager is supposed to do. Not necessarily, because I've gotten fired from jobs because when the woman got promoted, and they decided, oh, they're friends with Susie Q, and Susie Q has another friend, Judy, that she wants to bring in for my position. Well, guess what's going to happen to Moon? Moon gets fired. Susie Q brings in her good friend Judy, and the manager approves it. And they're all friends. They all go to the lunch together. They all, you know, meet up after work for drinks. And they live happily ever after for however long that lasts, you know? And Moon is without a job because of that. Now, I am by no means having a pity party, but here's another example. My cousin, she works with a specialist. She's a medical assistant. She works with a specialist in that office. And listen to me, they had a girl, I'm just going to call her Alexis, And she was a real butt kisser to the manager, who happens to be the doctor's wife. That woman is on a huge power trip. Not only is she the office manager, but she's also the wife of the doctor of that office. So that's two right there. And anyhow, Alexis would always kiss the boss's butt, the manager. And she would go and she would tell her gossip, hey, Brenda over there is saying this and this and that, and yeah, I just thought you should know, and oh yeah, and Sally over there, she came in late. Did she tell you that she came in late? Did she tell you why? Yeah, well, just telling you, just letting you know, just FYI, And she would do this continuously, and of course, Miss Office Manager loved that. She's like, great, I have a friend / snitch. So I don't have to do all the work anymore. She'll just come and tell me. Now I can be in my office doing other office things, whatever it was that she was doing. And it came to a time where Alexis, her son, something personal happened with her son, where she was going to have some time off. About a week. Maybe even longer. And so Miss Office Manager tells her, okay, well that's fine, just let me know when you can come back. Take all the time you need. I understand what's going on, just let me know. Just keep me in touch. And then Alexis found out, wait a minute, so I'm not going to get paid? And so Office Manager, which with every right, she had to tell her, no, you're taking a leave of absence with no pay. Why am I going to pay somebody not to be here? And you don't have any vacation time. You don't have any PTO, whatever. Well, Alexis gets mad and decides, well, you know what? I'm quitting. And she quits her job. And then she proceeds to go file for unemployment, which she wasn't going to get. Texas is really strict about unemployment. It doesn't matter what happened. It's up to, are you going to get somebody good to represent you, and are they going to approve you, or that's about it. That's your only chance, But anyhow, so Brenda in turn, just says, of course, her claim was denied. And not Brenda, I'm sorry, Office Manager. Office Manager in turn, declines her claim, and tells the representative what happened from unemployment. And so of course they decline her. But what's surprising is that Alexis here thought she had it made in this office for so many years. My cousin's been at this office for 9 years already, maybe even longer. And Alexis was there even longer. But just to show you how quick a woman can turn on you if you don't do as they ask, if you don't comply with them, if you don't agree with them, they will be so quick to turn on you. And I've seen that from time and time again. Not only in life with employment, but also on the YouTube streets. I've seen that so much, where you will have a group of women turn against each other, and then next thing you know, they've been talking on Discord this whole time and everything's just peachy. And you're like, really? What? Didn't they talk bad about you? Didn't you say they were talking bad about you? But now they're your main mod again, and everything's good. You're all good. Everything was swept under the rug. But see, what I'm trying to say is that things like that are temporary lasting as long as you go along. But the moment that you don't go along, and I can attest to this, the moment that you stop going along with your quote unquote friend, they turn on you like a heartbeat. Or rather, in a heartbeat. I'll get it together. Sorry, y'all. In a heartbeat. Because that person turned on me really quick. Now, that's all water under the bridge. I don't even think about that part anymore, about how they did me wrong. That's a reflection on them, not me. But what my point is, again, is how quick a female will turn on you. Now, you all are probably thinking, like, so do guys. I had male friends, and they turn on me really quick. That's not what this conversation is about. Because I've said it time and time again, like a broken record, you're only responsible for yourself and not how others treat you. You are responsible for how you react and what you do with it. It's not on them, it's on you. Bottom line. Period. The end. Thank you for listening, you all. I really, even though I had a little stressful morning, I enjoyed the rest of my afternoon. And I hope that you all are enjoying your Wednesday also. Thank you for listening. And remember to love the world, love yourself, and love each other. Bye.